We are at the temple of Philae and Nubia, southern Egypt. What I want to bring out today on my channel is how there is a romanticizing of Egyptian empire. As you can see here, the Egyptian empire was an empire of violence. Here the pharaoh is sacrificing Nubian and enemies to Isis. They thought this was holy. It shows you that the pharaohs were basically gangsters and murderers, and they called it religion. When they bashed the brains out of all of the enemies to sacrifice to Isis here in this temple. When the Christians took over, they defaced the figures of the Isis, Egyptian gods, and the pharaoh because they felt like they were demonic. Why were they demonic? Because from the Christian point of view, they were murdering cults. They destroyed their enemies by crushing them and wiping out entire villages. Modern Egyptology and the spiritual movements want to say that the Egyptians were holy and they had the lotus flower, and Isis was the feminine power that they had to connect with again. These are all mythologies. Actually, Egypt was a violent, gangster, murderous cult. Come inside, I'll show you what the Christians did when they took over. The Christians attempted to take over the temple because this was a sanctuary in the first 2 centuries of the Roman period where they could be safe behind the walls here. You see inside the cross. You see here the Christian cross, and also here. So the altar the Christians put up to try to Christianize the temple. That's how in the first 2 centuries they thought they were so radically different. They thought these figures of Egypt's empire were demonic because it was a blood of human sacrifice. What's the point of this? There is an industry of Egyptian fake propaganda about how holy the Egyptian civilization was, how feminine it was, how it was the Mother Earth and the source of all spirituality. That's the modern propaganda, because this shows you the Christians took away all the iconography and they defaced the pharaohs because they really truly fell with the violent culture, and they tried to bring in the religion of brotherly love, which we seem to have forgotten today.